Hello everyone and welcome to Monday. It's April 6th and we made it through the weekend. Now as we go and take a look at this week ahead, folks, it looks pretty good. I think we can get outside, enjoy some warmer temperatures here to get the week started. We're going to cool off a little bit by the end of the week, but all in all, what we see coming is a pretty typical early spring weather pattern for the Central Rockies and the High Plains. It is going to be turning a little bit cooler Friday with slightly better chances for showers. Now, it's possibly going to be turning colder with rain and snow chances going up this weekend and early next week. I want to put a bug in the ear for stock growers that by the weekend and early next week, you're going to want to watch the weather carefully to see if something transpires, and we'll show you that here in a minute. Otherwise, it's going to be mild and breezy, just a few showers for the week. So we do have 3 to 5 days here of some nice spring weather conditions. Not perfect, but for early April, actually pretty good. This is where we are with the jet stream right now. We have that high pressure in the Eastern Pacific continuing. We've got this pretty impressive low spinning along the California coast. The West Coast going to pick up some needed rain. California still in a deficit, although this early April storm going to bring them some needed moisture. Kind of late for California to see this much moisture, but good for them. But southwest flow is what's coming into our neck of the woods. So this will bring mild conditions. The downsloping off the front range will keep us mild. So this is why it's going to be a mild start to the week. Now, this is by Thursday afternoon into Friday morning. That same California storm is only near Las Vegas. Now, we were showing you last week that this system could be heading this way. Well, what looks like is going to transpire is that this upper low will get sucked in to the main jet stream. Notice the color difference here. This is what we call a cutoff low. It's cut off from the main jet stream. However, it looks like it's going to get brought into the main jet stream and take a track more south towards southern Colorado instead of tracking up here as it looked like late last week. Now, this is both good news and bad news. The good news is it likely won't turn into a major front range storm. It'll produce some showers and bring in some cooler conditions by that late Thursday, Friday time frame. But notice this. Notice the ridging building up in the Gulf of Alaska and the main jet stream coming in from a northwest direction. When you bring in air from this direction, any time of the year, well, obviously it's going to get colder. It's coming in from the higher latitudes. But what this little guy may do right here is make the atmosphere much more moist here as it comes through Thursday and Friday. And then what might develop, and this is a might because we're talking about something that's 5 to 7 days from now, what could happen is this. That low gets merged into the jet stream and goes all the way down into southern Arizona and will track this way. Notice high pressure in the Gulf of Alaska. When that happens, we know from folks watching this podcast that when we get this high pressure in the Eastern Pacific, that just means the door to Canada is open. So what all of a sudden we have by Saturday morning is a very wintry look to the weather. This is an impressive little system with a lot of cold air with it that's heading southeast. That sets the northern Rockies up in a northwest flow by Saturday. And then if we go further out, by Sunday, that system that was right here is down here into eastern Idaho. And this, folks, looks just like a jet stream map from midwinter, not April. So what happens is the door to Canada is open and we've got this big slug of much colder moist air coming in from the northwest. Northwest flowing conditions will really bring the mountains significant snow. It's also a pattern that may bring rain and snow on the plains. And it looks like that is something that may develop this weekend and early next week. Again, we're talking about something far out. So this could change. However, for most of the next 5 days, we just really don't have anything significant. If we do have something significant, it comes in this weekend and early next week. And this is ridiculous. This is by next Monday. If this pattern sets up, these are temperatures relative to normal. Look at this. Denver, 42 degrees below normal. Cheyenne, 40 degrees below normal by next Monday and Tuesday. Will this happen? We'll just have to see. This is why I want stock growers to pay attention, because we could go from a very mild, very spring-like pattern this week to a sharply colder pattern next week. This is why I call April the cruelest month of the year. It's a cruel month because you can really have the pendulum swing. We'll see how this transpires. This could change. This forecast could end up looking much better, but we do want to keep an eye out, especially for folks calving and lambing. As we get into the weekend and next week, we need to watch this system. This is what it looks like if we convert all of that moisture and that cold air to precipitation. You can see an impressive swath of blue and yellow and orange lined up in that northwest flow of that colder, moist air coming on in. And you can see all the rain here in Southern California and even into Nevada. So we've got something to keep an eye on by the weekend and next week. In the meantime, get some fresh air if you can. Enjoy these mild spring-like conditions. We'll see you on Tuesday.